Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, there's going to be some huge news about Jim Boylen, Arturas, and of course, our head coaching position. You know, I talked a little about this in my last video, so definitely check out that video if you missed it. But yeah, you're definitely going to want to stick around for today's video. Alright guys, so this is kind of good and bad news. Hopefully more good than bad because, I don't know man, this whole bubble coming around, you know, us still keeping Jim Boylen. Who knows if the second bubble is going to happen? Who knows if the Bulls players are going to even want to do it? Who knows, man? You know, it's a crazy time right now. Nobody knows what's going to happen pretty much. But according to Joe Crowley, you know, he's a big Chicago Bulls news source on Twitter. You know, he's been right about a bunch of rumors and pretty much just he's always on top of the news. He was really close with Tom Thibodeau when Tibbs was our head coach. He pretty much called the whole Bulls overhaul this summer. So I definitely trust this man, you know. I do know some people don't like him. You know, he's put out some, I guess, some BS rumors at some times. But let's be honest, all reporters do. But this man, he knows the Chicago Bulls. He knows what's going to happen. He has an inside key in the Chicago Bulls organization. And I believe everything he has said recently, everything he has said has happened. And on Twitter the other day, he said Jim Boylen is pleased with the relationship he has with Arturas and Mark Eversley. You know, I'm sure no matter what, Jim Boylen is sucking up to them, trying to do whatever he can to keep his job. And I don't blame the man. I would do the same. But let's be honest, none of us want Jim Boylen back. None of us. He doesn't deserve a chance. He doesn't. Let's be honest. He had, what, a year and a half to, like, help us. And he always said develop and help our players. But let's be honest, he pretty much hurt all of our players. Nobody really has gotten better other than LaVine. I mean, you could say Coby White too, but he was on the bench for, what, half the season? Pretty much the whole season, and then the season got suspended. It's just sad, man. And Jim Boylen was also talking about, you know, his head coaching position. And he said that he is very confident that he will return to be the head coach of the Chicago Bulls. You know, this is kind of common sense right now. Of course, you're going to say that because Jim Boylen already kind of knows he's on the hot seat. You know, he's on the outside looking in, of course. And it doesn't help that a lot of the Bulls players have pretty much just shamed him. They've said terrible things about him when Arturas was talking to him, I'm sure. I know the players don't want him back, and I know us fans don't. And all this news so far is kind of common sense, but he also was talking about why, you know, the Bulls haven't fired him yet. But the main reason why Arturas is yet to fire or make a decision on Jim Boylen is due to the ownership's request. And just reading that makes me sick to my stomach. You know, it doesn't surprise me. You know, I talked about this in my last video, and it's honestly a shame that our ownership is already begging for, you know, the new man in charge to keep one of their old mistakes that they brought in. That's like hiring a new boss and saying, yeah, you can do it the way you want to do it, and then saying, oh, wait, but, you know, I kind of like my way better, even though it's not, you know, the easier or right way. It's honestly just, it's a mess, man. Our owners are a joke. We need to get rid of them. They need to sell the team. Someone needs to do something. I'm sick of it, man. I talked about this in my last video. There's been a lot of rumors about Arturas not having full control, and it honestly looks like he doesn't have full control already. I mean, if he's already listening to what the ownership is saying, it's kind of a joke. Which I understand if the second bubble comes back, you know, they want to bring Jim Boylen back, which I kind of understand, but at the same time, why don't we start with a new coach and try and win some of those games? Who knows? I don't know, man. And I've also talked about this a lot in my past videos. You know, the owners have asked Arturas and the new management to at least, you know, be fair with Jim Boylen and give him a fair chance. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's our head coach for the bubble, and maybe they give him like half a season to like the trade deadline. If any other rumors about that comes out, I'll definitely keep you guys updated. But at the same time, even though Arturas, you know, it doesn't look like he has full control right now because our owners and John Paxson are begging to keep Jim Boylen and give him a fair chance. Even though, let's be honest, he has had a fair chance. I mean, you could blame it on the injuries, but even if our players didn't get hurt, our offensive system was not good. Lauri was not happy. Zach LaVine was not happy. When your two best players aren't happy and don't trust the head coach or the ownership, you know, we're not going to win games. We're not going to make the playoffs. It's not going to happen, man. We need to keep firing everyone and overhaul this whole organization. You know, Jim Boylen is the last piece to the puzzle that we need to get rid of. So hopefully that is coming soon. But on the bright side, even though, you know, Arturas is holding off on Jim Boylen right now because of the ownership, he did say that he is always looking forward to changes and improvements. I mean, if Arturas knows anything about Jim Boylen and the Bulls, he has to know that he's the #1 issue. Like I've said earlier in the video, Arturas met with all the players, you know. He's a big, you know, good relationship type guy. He likes to, you know, have his players trust him, come to him when they need something or just want to talk about anything. You know, he's a good vice president or GM in this league, whatever you want to call him. You know, he's done it all in the league. He's highly respected. A lot of people around the NBA are really happy with our hires and proud of us, honestly. But it's kind of sad that these rumors are coming out with Arturas kind of obeying the ownership right now. I mean, I guess those are still his bosses at the end of the day, but I don't know, man. It's just a train wreck. How do you hire a guy, say, yeah, you could do whatever you want but this? Like, it's just pointless. But at the same time, it is a good sign to see that Arturas, it kind of looks like he's fighting the battle back. You know, he said he's looking to make changes and improvements. So hopefully he does fire Jim Boylen sooner or later. You know, this is kind of big news. I don't know, man. It kind of sucks that it's looking like Arturas doesn't have full control yet, but I mean, time will tell still. Hopefully he fires Boylen soon. I'm just sick of it, man. So yeah, that's the huge news in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't leave it yet though. I have another topic I'm going to talk about, but definitely leave some comments or questions below about, you know, Arturas not having full control and what you guys think the Bulls should do with Jim Boylen. And if we do fire him, or when we do, hopefully, who do you want the Bulls to sign as head coach? And the second topic in today's video is about Isaiah Thomas. You know, I talked about this in one of my past videos. Of course, you know, he's out of the league right now. He's been kind of switching teams every other year. You know, Isaiah was a walking bucket with the Celtics. He was a scoring machine. He pretty much carried that team. The shortest guy on the team was pretty much the best player, and that's crazy talk. But I did see, you know, Isaiah, like I said in one of my past videos, he said he wants to play with the Chicago Bulls. You know, him and Zach LaVine are good friends. They're both from the Seattle area. So, of course, they would want to play together. And I'm sure IT would love to come back to the league and ball out. And honestly, if we could bring him in for cheap, I wouldn't mind it. I feel like he could be a good mentor for Coby White, because obviously Thomas Satoransky really hasn't been. And I saw on Twitter that Zach LaVine liked a tweet, you know, of this whole situation of Isaiah saying he wants to play in Chicago with Zach LaVine. So, I mean, Arturas did say, there's been some rumors earlier, you know, this offseason or whatever you want to call it right now, saying that, like, Arturas is talking to Zach LaVine about the next head coach and, like, the roster. So if Arturas is true and does have full control and likes his players and opinions and all that, maybe the Bulls do bring him in, because Zach LaVine, he's clearly our best player. He's gotten better every season. He's a walking bucket. His defense has gotten better, even though people hate to, you know, appreciate that. The man is a dog. He's going to continue to work out and train all offseason. I already put up one workout video of him. I'll probably make another one soon, because Zach LaVine he's always on that grind. He's looking to get better and make the playoffs. But yeah, if this is true, it wouldn't surprise me if the Bulls did sign Isaiah Thomas, because, I mean, he wants to play for us. He's not a terrible veteran if we could get him for cheap, and Zach LaVine and him are buddies, so it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video about Isaiah Thomas, you know, Jim Boylen and Arturas. Make sure you leave any comments or questions you got for me below. Also, check out my last few videos. Also, thank you guys for 7K. I know I've been saying that a lot, but I really do appreciate it. And we almost have 1 million total views on the channel. That will be coming up in probably a week or so. So I'm really happy about that too. Thank you guys for always watching my videos, liking it, and leaving comments. It means everything to me. Have a good one.